Hello everybody, it's Sephiroth4 for another episode of Ni no Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch. In the last episode, enemies ran away from us, enemies ran towards us. Now, in the last episode, we killed a whole bunch more things, and in between episodes, I started leveling things up. As you can see by the image playing on the screen, I metamorphosed Aurora. So now it's an Umberling, so essentially the exact opposite. It's dark instead of light. But yes, isn't she beautiful? I've decided it's a she. So yes, I'll give you Purifying Pulse for now, but yeah, I haven't done anything, but I wanted to upgrade her off screen just in case I kept battling, but turns out I ran out of time doing that, so I didn't really get to do much. But yeah, so I was just going around trying to find enemies or something. I don't know what I was doing, honestly. It was a long time ago. It was long ago and it was far away and it was so much better than it is today. So yeah, in my party I am actually, as much as I love Marky Mark, I am actually going to be putting Swain back in. And the reason why is because, God, I love him doing the Gangnam Style dance, by the way. Just every time you go onto him, you just... Okay, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I'm actually sorry for that one, guys. The reason why I'm doing that is because I've been neglecting to try stealing from enemies, and although it's something I'm going to have to do at some point, if I don't start doing that now, I'm going to probably try to shoot myself. God forbid. Let's take ourselves out of the game for a second and go to our trophy collection, because I just want to show you what trophies we have left to collect, and you get to see all the Dovey Sephiroth. You get to see all the cool stuff that I got. But yeah, so as you can see, we have all the trophies here already. Hidden trophy, we need 500,000 guilders for that. We need to get 2,000 glims, which I could have sworn we'd gotten like a long time ago, but whatever. We still haven't fought 1,000 battles. We need to get a familiar up to 5 hearts. We need to max out a familiar's level, I believe. That is for taming 250 species, I think. This is getting all the trophy hunts or something, but yeah, there's a lot of things. All the hidden treasures, which we're still missing 2. I want to go around finding those today. And getting all of Oliver's spells. There's only 1 world missing, and Swain just needs to level up a bit more for him to learn his last spell. But yeah, so we're actually going to start off. We're going to start off with our quests to get Oliver's final spell. Oliver doesn't learn anything by level up in this game, which is kind of interesting. All the other characters do. Also, you don't get a trophy for... you don't get a trophy for Marky Mark, and that's mean. That's mean. I guess that would show that there's another character, and that would kind of ruin most of the game, wouldn't it? He's kind of a tacked-on character, isn't he? But anyway, we still have 4 errands to do. 2 of them, yeah, the conductor and the alchemist guy who wants us to do the impossible. We also have to talk to Smiley and Surly and to go to the Ivory Tower. However, I think that there's one more quest to do that, for whatever reason, didn't show up. And that's going back to Ara Memoria. Yeah, you wouldn't think to come back here, but it is important with just going around and doing things. Also, I need to remember to use a whatchamahooza when we get out. Are you not here? Well, I am wrong. Huh. Could have sworn there was somebody here that to talk to. I guess I am a fool. Oh, you know where we have to go? Okay, I think I know what I did wrong. We have to go back up the thing. Okay, so first things first, while we're here, I'm going to use Seek Fortune. Wow, wow, wow. Also, I keep on pressing the wrong buttons because I've been... No, that is the right button. I've been playing other RPGs and it's showing... Also, can I take off from any point? No. Okay. It's probably a good idea to try to at least get some of the enemies here because they're really hard to get and you can steal from them. As we're fighting, I'm going to start talking more. Whenever we run into an enemy, I'm just going to tell you what can be stolen from them in case you're following along and that just happens to be one of the items you're looking for. Also, I'm just going to quickly stop over here since we're in the neighborhood because meteorite fragments are really hard to find. Come on, Tengri. Come on, Tengri. Come up. There we go. That like one spot so I didn't have to back up. Meteorite fragments are just very hard to get. Fine. We are going to Ding Dong Dell then. If the person I'm thinking of isn't here, then I'll meet you by Smiley and Surly on the Iron Weaver and have at that. Okay. First of all, he doesn't appear on the map, but turns out that I just had to walk a little bit more. Anyway, who's this handsome gentleman? He's a ghost. Yeah, I think you guys know who he is. Chuck Testa. God. I'm so good at bringing up old jokes that aren't funny anymore. It's been a while, has it not? Huh? Sorry, sir, have we met? You really don't know. Well, I suppose I've changed my appearance somewhat since we last met. What the flippin' heck is he on about? Oliver, I've been waiting for you. I have a tale I dearly wish to share with you. Okay. There was once a kingdom where we now stand. A mighty king united the surrounding lands and established his realm here. This king treated all his subjects equally, be they humans, animals, or magical creatures. A new era of peace was dawning. Or so it seemed. But there were those who despised the king, covetous souls who envied his power. They plotted against him, sowing discord throughout the kingdom, and in so doing set Nazca on the road to ruin. But there my memory becomes hazy. I cannot recall their names, nor even their outward appearance. Were there 12? Even now that my amnesia has been cured, their faces remain hidden to me. It's the Zodiacs, oh my gosh. Listen man, I'm not sure what you want to say to it. It ain't as if we got the first flippin' clue what that Rogers look like. I know that, but I also know that I recorded my fears about them somewhere. I left a message, a warning, so that when people saw them, that they would know to beware. But where? Wait, yes, I hid it in a magical tome that would never age or decay, the Wizard's Companion. Which means you must have seen it. Think! I wanted people to know what they looked like, perhaps what they wore? Yes, that makes sense. The robes they wore described somewhere in the book, along with a warning. You must know where it is. I'm sure that the key will unlock my memories. Please help me recover what remains of my missing past. Okay, so question mark man, who we totally don't know who the heck this crazy man is that's talking to us. I mean, he just came up out of the blue. Ghost person. I don't even know. We're gonna actually look through this one. 1 second. Where? Oh, right, it's over here. Okay. So he wants us to look through the Wizard's Companion. Okay, I'm really sorry, guys. I know where it is now. So what you have to do is somewhere. Where are we? 209. No, it's a bit too high. Where's this? 143. No. Is this 79? Whatever. Somewhere around here, maybe. There we are. So noble vestments, blah blah blah. Apparently you're supposed to know that. I don't know. Some of these riddles are really weird. They require you just to read through the entire thing, but pretty sure that the answer is wizard's robes. Where's my please work. I was looking in the wrong spot and it was all stupid. I was stupid. I'm sorry, guys. Okay. At least you guys get to see me cut out like 10 minutes of me searching around for what the heck was going on. Literally 10 minutes. Yes, they had wizard's robes. Deep in deliberation, there were a council of 12. Each member was given the title of Zodiarch, and that is not all. Yeah, come on, spit out if you remembered. I was there. All those millennia ago, swore fealty to the Wizard King. Yes, I remember I was the Sage of Nazca. You were, but that means, did you know Cassiopeia? What? How do you know the name? Queen Cassiopeia. It was so long ago. You know they have the same color hair. Oliver, come on. I've sensed her spirit at times over the years. It is unmistakable for her. But I do not know what befell her. I think I'd better take over here. Now pay attention, because I'll only say this once. I see. So Queen Cassiopeia, she gave in to the darkness. That ash I saw fall in Ding Dong Dell, that was her doing. But Oliver, you really might be the one to save her. The Wizard King entrusted you with this wand after all. His wand after all. Oh, we'll save her, sir. I know we will. Ah, that's the spirit. Of course, the Wizard's King wand is not yet full strength. Flippin' heck, no, this again. Ah, fear not. To the one who is called the Sage of Ages, it is but a trifling matter. Eh? So we don't have to go traipsing around after magic stones then? Thank flip for that. Now let me begin. Away go under the Wizard King. Away go Astra. And you got the Astra spell. Yay! So this actually isn't like a quest, which is why we had trouble finding him. You can start doing this the moment you defeat Gallus and he gives you himself the Astra wand, but that's a lot of backtracking. Essentially what the Astra spell is, it's Mornstar, but it hits everybody! Yay! So it's all ready to go now. Thank you, sir. True power that dwells within the wand can sometimes require effort. I believe that you alone can harness the full power of Astra. With it, you'll be able to cast spells only king among wizards overworld. Yay! And you're sure you're alright setting the likes of us loose with such snazzy spells? We just met you after all. You have never had a problem accepting spells from me before. You what? You what? What do you mean before? You're not telling me. You're Horus! I was wondering when the gilder would drop. Better late than never. Indeed, I was once a sage known as Horologium, or Horus to my friends. Who'd have thought a mouthy little brat like Horus would have grown up to be this important looking, eh? How many times was I tell you I was the Sage of Ages? Okay, yes, did you get the memory back? Yep. Yay! Now little I can do to save Queen Cassiopeia in my current state. I'm afraid that I must humbly ask you to do all in your power to free her from the darkness. Yay, we'll save her. We kind of already did. But yeah, you can do that, but now he has a quest. There's something I need to tell you. What is it? I must tell you about Nazca and Cassiopeia, and about myself. Before you attempt to save Cassiopeia, you deserve to know the truth. It may take some time. Oh, we have plenty of time. Great-great-grand sage. Thank you, Oliver. Our story begins here, where the kingdom of Nazca once flourished. Woo! He has nice hair. Though it may appear bleak and barren now, in those days it was a mighty empire that combined mighty magic with advanced technology. It was a prosperous realm where poverty and pestilence were all but unknown. Its people enjoyed a life of peace and prosperity. But man was never wont to count his blessings, and greed soon reared its ugly head. In spite of all they had, the populace demanded more. Friends turned upon one another, families were torn apart, each citizen strove to better his own lot and outdo his neighbor. Sounds like a recipe for right to mess that. Indeed it was. It led to a series of conflicts that would span centuries, the Wizard Wars. But the course of history was changed with the arrival of a single wizard. Wow, one wizard made that big of a difference? Indeed, the wizard wielded not one but two wands. His mastery of magic was unparalleled, and soon he turned the tide of the war. Through his power, the bitter conflict that many thought would never end was brought to a conclusion in the space of mere days. Atomic bombs. Crikey, sounds like somebody you want on your side in a fight. He was indeed, Fairy. He was lauded as a hero by all the people of the world, and his reward was the crown of Nazca. Thus did he become the Wizard King. The Wizard King, Cassiopeia's father? The very same. Now, shortly after peace returned to the world, the Wizard King hid one of his wands in the distant land of Automnia. He sealed it away that it might never be used for evil. Which brings me to my latest puzzle. It has been some time since I last posed you a question, has it not? Yeah, like 20 seconds. I guess it has. Excellent. My question is this. What was the name of the wand that the Wizard King sealed away? I believe that you know it well. Speak to me again when you have your answer. I think we kind of know. So now we don't need to look in the Wizard's Companion anymore. Now it's just memory. What was the one that we had to go that Gallus sent us back in time for? I wonder. That is... No, not MP. Mornstar. Oh, Mornstar, you gave us so much grief, but you were pretty awesome in your time. Indeed, it was the very wand that you carry with you now. I wonder how the valley where it was sealed fares. Yeah, there was a giant candelabra there. It was kind of cool. In those days, it was filled with most beautiful flowers. Everything's dead now. Let us continue our tale there. I'll be waiting for you, Oliver. Whee! Can we warp out too? Yay! So now we are going to go to the Tombstone Trail. I think. So I guess we meet you inside? Which reminds me, we have to fight Candelabra Cadabra at some point. Are you here? Yep, he's all the way up there, so I will meet you there. Okay, let's take a look at Aurora's leveling. So it only got 5 levels because this is kind of a weak fight, but it's pretty average, I guess. Aurora is going to get better, don't worry. Okay, so on Tombstone Trail you can run into more golden enemies. In this case, a golden honky tonker, which let me just find it 1 second. I'm going to be telling you, in case that you are following along, I'm going to be telling you stuff that you could steal from it. The honky tonker drops star crystals 25% of the time and trolls tears 4% of the time, and you can steal either star crystals 30% of the time or scrolls of truth 20% of the time. Scrolls of truth are one of the things that you are going to want many of. So if you happen to run into a honky tonker, try to steal from it as soon as possible. Dang it! But yeah, so, and also has a 3% recruitment rate if you want to try for that, but yeah, good luck. Haku leveled up there. Ragnarok reached his max, which means we are about to, very nice, healthy glow, okay. We are going to... you get... Yep. Yeah, he's at his max, so now we're gonna get him into a Destrosaurus. Yay! Dum bum 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 ba dum bum 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 dum bum bum ba da ba da bum. I think we're gonna celebrate with some chocolate. Unfortunately, we don't have any good chocolate. Okay, so we have reached the top once again. I love the way this place looks. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fight the boss first, but I'm going to put him at the end of the episode, just for continuity's sake. I'm going to edit all the pieces of this together and just put the boss later. So yeah, hold on 1 second. Okay. Oh my god, where'd it go? Anyway, we gotta talk to Horace again. Up over here. I love editing, don't you? I'm not going to cheat you guys and tell you, yes, Spring Lock, there we go, Dovey. I'm not gonna cheat you guys and tell you how the fight went, though. Thank you for coming, Oliver. This valley changed so much. It was once a place of beauty, awash with flowers of every color. No matter what's done is done. Now let me continue my tale. The Wizard King ascended the throne and won great renown as a just ruler, treating all subjects equally, be they human or otherwise. They in turn repaid him by rallying around their new monarch, and together they rebuilt the ruined realm once more swiftly than any had thought possible. So he got all the beasties pulling their weight too, did he? You never knew that, man. Nice, indeed. The Wizard King truly was a man like no other. It was then, with the kingdom all but rebuilt, that he chose 3 servants from among his subjects, a swashbuckling sea captain to represent the race of men, a great wolf to represent the animals, and a serpent lord to represent the creatures. Each was wholly devoted to his master, and did all the Wizard King asked. But of the 3, the serpent lord was the wisest, and the most committed to his master's cause. He was known as the King of Cobras, and what a mind he had, to think of how he was then. This seemed as good a time as any for your next question. You have encountered these 3 servants on your travels, but can you recall the name of the mighty snake you faced? I'm sure listening to me will serve to jog your memory. Oh, definitely. Well, he was, Apep. Now I need to remember how to spell. Oh, right. Ah, Pep. There we go. The three servants achieved so much, their reward was to be chased without dignity from the kingdom they had helped to rebuild. But perhaps this is a tale for another day. Yes, we'll continue our tale in the very ruins where you faced Apep. I will tell you of how the Wizard King's three most loyal servants were driven to the path of evil. Until then, Oliver. Whee! Okay, so now we are going to vacate. Sounds like I'm going to the bathroom. And we are going to go to the Vault of Tears, which I didn't call the Trail of Tears this time. Aren't I great? But before we leave, seek fortune, just in case somehow I missed something here. Which would be kind of ridiculous. Okay, good. Not that inept, and that's good. Vault of Tears. Okay, so he's probably going to be meeting us by the boss. And there's going to be enemies in the meantime. So I'm going to be recording the boss separately, as I said, and that's probably going to go in another episode. Let's just use Seek Fortune off the bat here. Shouldn't be anything here either, because I remember using Seek Fortune in the first place, but yeah. Okay, good. Anyway, into the Vault of Tears. And you are going to be by the boss, of course you are. So I will meet you guys there. Oh! Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Guys, it's a golden Toko.
Come on!
Whoa. I have never run into one before. Ever. Dude, okay, golden Toko. 2% recruit rate. As I said, the golden Tokos and family give you money instead of experience. So this one will give us, let's say, 6,000 guilders and 3 experience. But he can drop a pair of black wings as a 10% chance. Also, he has a 4% chance of dropping a scroll of truth. And a 20% chance of stealing a pair of black wings from him. And a 5% chance of stealing a giant's axe. So we are going to start off with that. Oh, come on. Don't do that. Don't kill him. No. Okay, we got the black wings. Let's kill him before he runs away. Nope, don't care. Okay. I really don't care. I have a silly mander already. Sorry. Whew. Okay. Let's see if she dropped anything cool. I've never run into one before. That's crazy. Yeah, barely any experience there, and of course nothing dropped, but we got a lot of money. Okay, now we're back in Apep's chamber. Just to make it easier for editing Dovey, I guess, I'm gonna talk to Horace first this time, and yeah, then we'll fight the guy. Should probably use Spring Lock again because that's what I keep using. Or Poison Apple. Thank you for coming, Oliver. Shall we continue our tale? I said I would tell you of how the 3 keepers were driven from the kingdom, how they became evil. Below the king, at the head of Nazcan government, sat the Council of 12, a group of lords known as the Zodiacs. They were responsible for the day-to-day running of the kingdom, and they were supposed to be the ruler's closest advisors. But the Wizard King's rise to prominence was a source of consternation to the council, who feared his great power and the loyalty he commanded amongst the keepers. And so, as Nazca was rebuilt and stability restored, the Zodiacs conspired to assassinate him, and the conspiracy was a success. That's horrible! With the Wizard King eliminated, the council had complete control of the kingdom. The king's infant heir, Queen Cassiopeia, became no more than a puppet. To compound their villainy, the council could successfully implicate the keepers in the assassination, and they were banished from Nazca. Apep lost all faith in humanity, and soon the power of the stone in his possession began to corrupt him, transforming him at last into a servant of evil. Indeed, it was he who reduced this once great city to ruins you see before you now. That's bad, like, but you gotta feel sorry for him, ain't it? Being framed for murdering a mate would be enough to make anyone go off the rails. Perhaps, but Apep possessed great wisdom. None could have predicted that he would suffer such a spectacular fall from grace. Speaking of predictions, yes, open the book. The Wisdom's Companion? I do. As you may or may not know, its authors are able to see into the future. Turn to the final page. A prophecy is written there. A prophecy of what would become of a certain individual. That person's name, too, is hidden there. Can you discover their identity? The puzzle is much like life. You must start at the bottom and work your way to the top. Not forgetting to begin with the beginning, of course. Solution is not a simple one, but a worthy wizard will see to the heart of the problem. Okay, let's check it out. Turns out that, like, the first letter of each sentence spells never gonna give you up. That would be fantastic, wouldn't it? No, it wouldn't. Anyway, last page. Let's see. Out of the darkness comes light. To your own self be true. Hearken to the child. Mark what you'd say. Every time you fear you lost your way. When you find them, you'll find the bower. Hope springeth them into flower. Its walls are too high, its mystery too deep. The full made salt to breach to keep. Tomb there in ivory tower. Knoweth both under power. One for suffering despair. Path undone. That helps, doesn't it? Keep this book at your side. Let's see. Yeah, okay. So, it is kind of like that. As you can see, THEWHITEWITECH. The White Witch. Yay! Sneaky, isn't it? At least it doesn't say never gonna give you up, and that's okay. That's okay by me. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around. Desert you. Sorry. That is not how you spell white, Dovey. Wick. I really hope that it lets me use the spaces. I can't spell today, can I? No, I can't. The White Witch. That is correct. Perhaps one day the people of this world will see that the White Witch had nothing but the best of intentions. But first she must make amends for what she did. Despair is no excuse. I guess you're right. I remember when she was a kind little girl who loved flowers above all else. But that is a story for another time. If you're interested, I plan to visit a cave that lets one see into the past. I wish to see the old Cassiopeia once more. There's a cave that lets you see into the past? Have you not heard of it? I'm sure it's mentioned in that book of yours. When you discover its location, come and gaze into the past with me. Okay. That's probably going to be in the places, the regions of the world section. So, it's probably not in here, but Glaring Grotto. It's blah, 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 blah. Fairy Ground. Tahiti. It's a Yule. Glittering Grotto lets you take a glimpse into the past. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so, okay, so I'll meet you there. Meanwhile, I'm about to fight Apep. So yeah, you'll see that in a different episode. Hold on. Okay, so we are at the Glittering Grotto. Yeah. Glittering Grotto. This place you're gonna come to hate. The reason why is because there's a certain certain monster in here, and that is the Golden Draggle, obviously. Oh wow, we're actually not meeting Horus at the end this time. I'm not gonna fight the boss. Yay! There is a certain golden familiar, and that is the Golden Draggle, I think, that you're going to be running into. I'm pretty sure this is the shortcut over here. And you're going to have to run into a lot because you steal, or actually you get dropped from it maybe. One of the really annoying, hard to find items that you're going to be using in a ton of post-game alchemy. So you're just going to be going around and around and around and around. But anyway, we don't need to do that, and we don't even have to cut out because Horus isn't at the end for once. Okay. Finally. I've been waiting for you, Oliver. Shall we continue our tale? Flowers are always held a special significance for the people of the kingdom of Nazca. They were seen as sacred symbols of peace and hope. Queen Cassiopeia loved nothing in the world more than flowers, and her every movement was spent tending to her garden. Her castle was always bursting with color, with beautiful, bright flowers of every imaginable hue. Cassiopeia grew to be a splendid, spirited young woman, everything her father could have wished for, and all that I had hoped she would become. Huh? So you knew Queen Cassiopeia when she was growing up? I did. I knew her from when she was a mere babe in arms. But I digress. This talk of flowers and gardens, it reminds me. You have a wand made of an old stick, do you not? You mean the wand P gave me? The wand was a gift from the Wizard King and I to young Cassiopeia. It was? Jeepers. On it, we engraved our most deeply held wish for the princess's future. Ah, it was so long ago. I wish to hear those words again. Tell me, Oliver, what does it say? Okay, I guess I go to my inventory then. Yep, it says... And for those of you who can't, who are too lazy... those of you who are too lazy... Apparently I could have answered P to the White Witch thing, but that's weird. But anyway, yeah, you can solve it for yourself, or you can just... Pretty sure what it says. Bring ham! No. Bring hope. That is correct. Our most deeply held desire was that the people of Nazca should never lose hope, the hope of a brighter tomorrow. But what befell the realm after the wizard's king's untimely demise put paid to any such... I don't know. Put paid to any such... I guess that means put a stop to. The Council of 12 devoted themselves solely to personal gain and thought nothing of the plight of the people. If only he had done more. What do you mean, Horace? I said I would tell you the truth, did I not? There's something I must confess to you, something I did, an act for which I can never forgive myself. Come to the ivory tower, to the chamber where the council sat. There I shall tell you everything. Oh, come on. But do I really want to do that right now? Yeah, that's the final one. Okay. We're meeting him there. And we've returned to the ivory tower. Now, remember what I told you. You're going to want to save a whole bunch as you're going through here because it's really stupid not to. Also, as you can see, there's somebody waiting for us at the end of the hallway. If you remember, there was a quest to do. We may as well start that quest up just because it's going to be easier for us going around later. So I'm just going to save and then I'll talk to these awesome knights. Also, these are the people that we fought in the Colosseum, the Soloseum, where I was like, who the heck are you? Yep. So all the characters actually, you know, appear somewhere in the game. They don't just make them up, which is kind of cool. I like that. Some games just have specific Colosseum characters. Other guys, it's like, no. They appeared that one time, remember? Sagan. Even was like King's Guns. Okay. Hello. Calf. It's good of you to join us here in the clouds. We have awaited your coming. You're waiting for us? Still have my doubts. Can this boy be the one we seek? Have you not seen the girl who accompanies him? If you not, she is the very image of our queen. If our queen has led him here, then he must surely possess the power I require. I would like nothing more than to believe you, but how can our queen see clearly when she is enveloped in fathomless darkness? Oi, tin face! You know how fancy your flippin' armor is? I don't care how fancy your flippin' armor is. Didn't your mama teach you rude to whisper in front of people? Excuse me, sir, but who are you? What are you doing here? We once formed the Queen's honor guard. It was our duty to protect this place. Yeah, as you can see, their armor is kind of like, kind of looks like some of the familiars we find here. Lest you wonder, we are illusions, given life by the power of the Queen's imagination, much like the Zodiarcs you have no doubt encountered. You what? Quickly, boy, get your wand ready, we got a fight in our hands. This fairy's a feisty one. Fear not, we are not your enemies. The Zodiarc who sits on the Queen's council were malign, but we sprang from the part of the Queen's heart that's still wise and just. Though her radiance has lost sight of this side of herself, it lives on. Indeed, it was this very part of her heart that led you here to us. Now we wish you to grant rest to those who once defended our cursed kingdom. Cursed kingdom, I guess you mean Nazca. Precisely. Okay. What is it you'd like us to do? Long ago, before our Kuni was born, war raged across the land. No part of our world was spared the horror and turmoil of the Wizard Wars. Each side vied for advantage. New weapons were devised which fused stone, steel, and sorcery, weapons known as Magimex. Of course, the Magimex stationed around the palace are mere replicas. The originals are vastly more powerful. When the war ended, these weapons were deprived of their purpose. One by one, they became dormant, a state akin to eternal sleep. Or so we believed. It seems that some have reawoken, and all in all, 4 Magimex have emerged from their slumbers. Perhaps the reappearance of the Ivory Tower disturbed them, we're not certain. In any case, these magical weapons are unwanted relics of a wretched conflict. We have no place here in this time. Yeah, so they want us to kill Magimex. So if you remember, in certain places we found destroyed Magimex or crumpled Magimex, so we're gonna have to go and find them and kill them. Yay! Blah blah blah, the Queen's heart is impure, blah blah blah, don't you remember visions, blah blah blah, telling the truth, good faith, Magimex, the number of secure locations, But yeah, they said, remember where... Why don't you go remember? Strong connection to memory stones. Yeah, so they're in places that have the healing stones, such as this one. Except there's not one here. But anyway, I'm going to meet you all the way... all the way back or all the way forward. So yeah. Okay. After that long, I should have saved there. After that long trip, finally made it through. I love the Veil spell so much, I have to say. But anyway, surprisingly, there's actually no fight over here. But that's because we didn't fight anybody over there. Our fight would be in the Queen's Chamber, but we haven't unlocked that yet. Spoilers, Dovey. Lol, JK, there's nothing there. But yes, now let us use Poison Apple on him. Been waiting for you, Oliver. Shall we continue our tale? This is the last one, by the way. Long before I became known as the Sage of Ages, I fought in the Wizard Wars alongside my teacher, the Wizard King. I often think of those days. How long has it been since I was last here, I wonder? Blimey, Horace, you're saying you've been to this gaff before? Indeed, I have. In the years after the Wizard Wars, I occupied the 10th seat on the council, taking the Zodiac title of Gallus. Gallus, but isn't that... You know him? Ah, yes, the Wizard's King's ruse. Even in death, he strove to protect his daughter. This was later, of course, after my seat had become vacant. Okay, so, if you were wondering, like I did, why the Zodiarchs didn't realize that Gallus was fake there the whole time, it's because there actually was a Gallus, and the Wizard King took his place later, so they didn't realize that one of them was not one of them. So, yeah, that's kind of cool. But yeah, I really like that. I'm just gonna take a moment to waste your time. That was a plot hole that they did not have to address at all, but they did, and I'm very happy that they did because it shows that they were actually paying attention to the story of the game, which some people just don't do. When I sat in the council, to my undying shame, I failed to notice the plotting of my fellow counselors. I, who thought myself so wise, they disposed of the Wizard King and his 3 servants and turned their attention to any who might yet stand in their way, and they considered me an obstacle to the complete domination of the kingdom. Sensing the grave danger I was in, I fled Nazca. I intended to bide my time to rally forces loyal to the crown and return to exact my revenge on the council, but the choice I made was wrong. I should have remained at the Queen's side. But you couldn't, could you? The Raj and the council were gunning for you, man. It's a risk I should have taken. By leaving, I sealed the fate of the entire kingdom. Allow me to explain. In addition to my duties as a Zodiarch, I had been charged with educating Queen Cassiopeia in the ways of magic. I took it upon myself to create a compendium of spells and arcane knowledge to which I presented to the young queen. A compendium? You mean it like a spell book? You mean? Haha, I rather think you know what I mean. But allow me to ask you the question, for old time's sake. What was the name of that book? Oh, I wonder, what was the name of that book? I couldn't possibly. I should have just wrote green eggs and ham. Horton Hears a Who. Wizard's Companion. I spelled it right. Yes, you're quite right. I wrote the Wizard's Companion to aid Queen Cassiopeia in her magic education. But little did I know this book would lead directly to the disaster that befell Nazca. You can't be flippant serious. How could the Wizard's Companion have led to Nazca's destruction? What the heck are you on about, man? In my desire to create a tome fit for a king, I included all manner of arcane magic, including the forbidden spell. But I failed to include detailed notes on the rights and wrongs of using such potent incantations. I fled the kingdom before I could teach Queen Cassiopeia of the perils of the forbidden spell. I was so busy brooding on what manner of revenge I would exact in the council that I failed in my duty of care to the queen. That is how she arrived at her fateful decision. That is why she did not know the true power of mana. But it is my fault that Nazca fell, and that Queen Cassiopeia was transformed into the White Witch. How could I ever make amends for what I did? It was unforgivable. Reduced to a spirit doomed to roam the world for all eternity, how could I ever save that poor girl from her fate? That is why I must humbly ask you to right my wrong, to save the queen. You are the only one who can, Oliver. Don't worry, Horace, we'll save Queen Cassiopeia. We'll save the whole world, you'll see. You have my thanks, and I have some alchemic formulae for you, formulae that I neglected to include in the Wizard's Companion. I pray that it will aid you on your quest. You got some new alchemy formula. And now, for my final contribution to your cause, please accept this. You got a Mirror of Truth, also 10,000 guilders. Da -la -da -la -da. Queen Cassiopeia waits within. I wish you luck, Oliver, the pure-hearted one, savior of our world. I love that. Just whap. So yes, what exactly can we do with our newfound stuff, though? Let's check out our new formulae. Anything new here? Nope. New here, though, we have 3 new formula that are immensely important. The Bard's Harp. The ultimate weapon for Esther. The Master Thief's Magnum. The ultimate weapon for Swain. And the Sky Tree Wand. The ultimate weapon for Oliver. These 2 are going to take forever to make. As you can see, it's made out of Kaleidostones and Star Pearls. And Scrolls of Truth and Rightstones. Guess what are some of the hardest things to get in this game? But the Sky Tree Wand is just made out of our old stick and the Mirror of Truth, which you just got, which means we're going to make it right away. And yeah, Sky Tree Wand. Very cool. I love that that's made out of the weakest wand that we've had. I was about to say Harry, that we've had in the game. 54 and 75, and now 88 and 62. So it has less magic attack, which is really weird, honestly. And I'm going to give that to Oliver anyway, and I think the other one will we'll replace Mornstar with Astra over here, so that you can get a little bit better. But yeah, so now Oliver has a lot of everything. I think in my original game I actually gave the Skytree wand to Marcusan, just because he has higher magic in general. Yeah. Oliver just needed the higher magic, but I don't really care. Anyway, I'm not going to show you the Candelabra Cadabra fight because this episode's gone on for way too long. So that's going to be it for this episode. In the next episode, it's probably just going to be a whole bunch of dead monsters. I'm just going to record them all separately and put them in order. Yay! This has been Sephiroth Level 4 with Ni no Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye, everybody. Bye-bye.